Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Northeastern Conference Soccer, boys style. We started the season with the Lynn City Soccer Tournament. Now we start the real season with tournament games. Lynn Classical coming off two big wins in the city tournament. Classical knocked off Lynn Tech. Classical coach is the son of the Tech coach, and he beat his father for the second year in a row in city championship final. So he had bragging rights. He's got family bragging rights for another year. Now it's Classical taking on Salem. So Classical is 2-0 coming out of the city tournament. They're taking on Salem, who is 0-1. And this will be a legitimate Northeastern Conference game. Andreas Kapoglis is in net for Salem. Isaiah Diaz, I think he's a young freshman. I know he's not older than a sophomore. I'm pretty sure he's a freshman, but he's in net for Lynn Classical. Classical in their normal green, Salem in the white. Rolls in. And Kapoglis boots it away. Classical snuck in the last game of the tournament, 1-0 over Lynn Tech. Shot, didn't get a lot on it. That was Fernando Gomez Cadenas clipping it wide left and out of play. And we don't have ball boys, so Kapoglis, the goaltender, had to go chase the ball. Popped up. Salem collects. Classical takes it away. Coming down the near side. They give it up. And they almost threw it away. Salem blocked that would-be pass going in the middle. They were trying to get Ixlash-Tello. Now Salem winds up with a break. Can't get the shot off. Good defense. The pass went deep. They beat Classical to the ball. And Camarinos just got his foot in front as the Salem player was looking to get the shot off. That was Oscar Crafts. They wound up almost a full breakaway. Great hustle by Camarinos to catch up and block it. Now Salem gets a corner kick. And they got a head on it. It got knocked wide. Classical got a head on it and kept it in play. Now Salem winds up with it on the far side. And they knock it out. And Salem will get a corner kick from the far side. So from one side to the other. Left-footed. They swing it out in front. Big save by Diaz. And it's another corner kick. They got it out in front. I think it was Nico Flores who got a head on it and headed it toward the net. It was going in, and Diaz got up and got a hand on it and knocked it out. Great save by Isaiah Diaz. They almost converted on that Corner kick. Now they get another one. Diaz has to make the save again. We're just going back and forth. Corner kicks, one side or the other for Salem. Pitch till you win, I guess. It'll go from the other side now. They've come very close on all three. This is their fourth consecutive. And they get it right inside again. Classical kicks it away. And now they finally clear it away and knock it deep, get it out of trouble. Salem all around the net had all kinds of opportunities with the corner kick. And now Classical brings it the other way. Salem takes it away. They're trying to knock it deep. Back there playing center field was Roberto Gomez Godinez, who picked off that long pass. Classical now throwing it out in front. They got a head on it, but they couldn't tip it to the net. They tipped it away from the net and out of play. Good bid by Classical. They got what they wanted. They threw it out in front. They were able to get loose and get a head on it, but they couldn't direct it to the net. That was Gomez Godinez trying to knock it home off the pass from Prado Malmongi. Kapoglis kicks it away again. Shot. Classical pooches it ahead. Bouncing around. Couple of heads. Straight up in the air. Knocked down. Classical coming back. Broken up from behind and cleared away by Salem, but they knocked it off a Classical player. So Salem will get the throw in. Bodies go down. They call Classical for the takedown. Salem will get a free kick. Headed away by Classical. Down the middle, splitting the defense, trying to walk in, just got broken up. Last defender broke up the play. Now Classical down deep. Out in front, Salem knocks it away. Salem knocks it deep, looking for a break. Good defense again by Classical. That was Gomez Godinez again. And actually it was Camarinos again. High kick right to midfield. Salem with that long kick looking to get breakaways. They had one early, almost cashed in. They knock it deep. Memonji trying to get around, and Salem will kick it out. Classical will get a corner kick. They kick it by everybody. Classical trying to get there first. They do, but they couldn't control it, and it goes out of play. Classical right back at it. Looking to center it. Yeah, it went almost to the front of the net. Just sailed over the net behind it and out of play. Off the kick from Prado Malbongi. I guess they're saying it got tipped. It looked like Malbongi just kicked it out of play, but the one Classical player staying there saying, wait a minute, what's this? He had the ball. And they're saying, you're right, it's a corner kick for Classical. Salem pops it way up in the air. Classical controls. They bang it off Salem, and Salem loses it out of play. Banging loose. Classical, one green shirt and among about 5 white shirts couldn't get control. The shot got blocked. Herdy Troplini got a piece of it, and here's the goaltender. That was going to go under the crossbar from a tough angle from way down the far side. And Kapoglis just got up and got a hand or a finger on it and knocked it away. They faked the shot. Now they take it, and Kapoglis makes the save. Good hard shot by Ixlaj Tello. Classical right back at it. They've been in the Salem end almost exclusively. Trying to get around the defense and can't. And then Classical knocks it out. Salem is content to try and kick those long kicks and try to beat everybody downfield, looking for a breakaway. Just like that. And he tried it a couple of times. And both times Camarinos blocked it. Now they knock it ahead again. Salem with a break. And they get the shot off. But Diaz makes the save. Held the post, squeezed it. Michael Rosa with the bid. Nice little shift by Classical walking in. They take the shot. They got way too much foot under it. Kicked that a mile high over the net and out of play. Classical again, out in front. Bodies go down out in front. One Classical player looking to redirect that kick. Now, great save. Outstanding shot from very deep. Was targeted for the near post. And Kapoglis went out, made a tremendous save. Merrick wins solo with that line shot. That Kapoglis had to make the diving save, knocked it out. Classical gets another corner kick. So both teams have had chances. They got what they wanted. They got a head on it and got up just slightly, just a little bit too high and hit the top crossbar and didn't go in. Just off the top crossbar. Pass gets deflected and out off Salem. Tyler Duggan with the throw-in. Headed back. Salem hasn't had the ball in classical territory much at all. They've had a couple of long passes that they had almost breakaways. One breakaway, they got a good hard shot off, and Diaz made the save. The other one, Camarinos got there and blocked it from behind, and that set up those 4 corner kicks that they came very, very close to knocking the ball in the net on all 4 of the corner kicks. Salem knocks it out. Salem heads it out. Camarinos knocks it to the near side. Nice little shift. Nice pass. Walked around, got the shot. It got blocked and knocked out by the Salem defense. A couple of really nice moves by Prado Malmongi. Sun all of a sudden is ducked behind a cloud. It's almost like somebody shut the lights out here. Corner kick coming from the near side. They kick it deep again. Line shot just went wide. It bounced kind of high, couldn't get a real good feel of the ball, and punched it wide right. Everybody missed that one. Broken up by Classical. Nice takeaway by Classical. They tried to tip it back, and they threw it behind Ixtlas-Tello. Salem knocks it out. He tried a little give and go. Salem got a piece of it and knocked it out. Out off Jake Fritz. They try to get the pass in the middle to Morales, and he kind of fanned on the pass, didn't get a lot on it. Salem took it away. Laskell gets it back. Laskell player got taken down. And he called Laskell offside. The only thing Salem had going for him is the long kicks. One of those long kicks that was knocked out, chasing the player from behind, resulted in those 4 corner kicks that they came very close to. The other one, Diaz had to make a very nice save on. From long range, the kick by Morales. Kapaglis got a good look at it, made the save. Duggan knocked it down, put it right in the lap of Nico Flores. And Camaneros takes it away, and Klaskell's right back in the Salem end. They knock it deep, looking for a break. Chance to walk in, tipped up. They couldn't control it. It was bouncing. They got by the defense. Kapaglis come out. They had a wide open net, and they couldn't control the ball. It bounced up, and the defender knocked it away, and Kaplis finally grabbed it. I think it was Alvarez who had a shot of walking in. Would have been by himself. Headed away by Klaskell off that shot by Zertani. Oh, Zertani with the bouncing ball. Couldn't really tee it up and get a good kick, but he got it to the net. Diaz made a save. And Klaskell brings it back the other way. From long range, another shot. Couldn't get to the rebound. It was blocked and bobbled by Kapaglis, but he grabbed it before the Klaskell player could get there. Good save by Duggan. For the long lead kick. Stepping in front was Marquin Soto to knock it away. Klaskell collects, looking to come back again. They knock it deep, hustling, keeping it in on the far side. Klaskell down deep again, looking to throw it in front. They missed the header. Shot, block, almost went in. Solid shot. I think that was Morales again. And now I think it was Ixlage-Tello. Off the defender, Kapaglis was coming to the near post. It got deflected to the far post. He had to reach quickly and make a save and knock it away. It was going to go in. That would have been off the Salem defender. Instead, it goes out, and Klaskell will get a corner kick. So both teams back and forth. Klaskell's had the territorial edge. They knock it back. Klaskell with it again. Get it to the middle. Can't get the shot off. Morales tips it. Out in front. Salem gets there and knocks it away before anyone could get a piece of it. Good defense by the Witches. Klaskell will get another corner kick. Off of Salem head. Klaskell trying to knock it down and get the shot off, and instead the Klaskell player got knocked down. That was Gomez Godinez. And they're saying it got tipped wide by Salem, and Klaskell will get another corner kick. So it's been, you pray for corner kicks when you come, hoping that those are good scoring opportunities. You don't get many, but both teams have had a bushel here in the first half. They drill it out, and they drill it way wide. Classical hustling to try and keep it in. And they just barely did. Good hustle. Salem took it away. Classical takes it back. Shot. Blocked again. Went wide left. Now, that was one I thought went off Salem, but they say no. They just kicked it wide. So Kapoglis will get to kick it away. Substitutions for both teams. Glasgow collects right back on the Salem end. They passed it well. Get it down deep, trying to center it across. They just haven't been able to get it into the net as yet. Salem breaks it up. And here's the deep kick, looking for a break again. And they call Salem offside. Nico Flores was breaking. He was not happy with the call. He was out in front, but he got behind the defense. And Camarinos gets it ahead to Morales. Haskell right back at it again. Broken up. Duggan keeps it alive. They get it in the middle, deflected off Morales' foot, pops it up over the crossbar, over the net, and out of play. Haskell's got a lot of shots at the net, over the net, wide of the net. Haskell's passing the ball well. Here's a shot. Goes wide of the near post. Good hard shot. Haskell's just not getting a break. That was Ixlaj Tello with that kick. Trying to knock it deep. It got blocked again. And he knocked it deep, but there was nobody there getting ready to go get it. He was trying to knock it deep for either Rose, or Flores. But both were waiting to see if he got the ball. Didn't get anywhere near running down that long pass. Glasgow comes back. Keeps control. Down the near side. Flores battling. Flores and Robles Sandoval going head to head in this non-contact sport. Haskell takes it away. They knock it deep, looking for a break. Just not getting there. Kapoglis got out. Nice lead pass. And just about a foot or two away from collecting that pass and having an easy scoring opportunity. There was Rigoberto Gomez. Just a step or two away from beating Kapoglis to that ball. If he does, he's got an open net. Well, good hustle by Kapoglis to get there first. They missed the header. Salem had it, lost it. Out into the Salem bench area. We're going to substitute. And Classical heads it out. Salem right at their own bench area will get the throw in. Classical tips it by and goes and gets it. And they're right back in the Salem end again. Knocked out by Salem. Classical will get it down deep. As we'll have a Classical substitution. Ten minutes and counting left in a scoreless first half. It's been scoreless, but both teams have had a lot of chances. Haskell heads it in. They collect. They drop it back. Trying to get the shot off and can't. Morales couldn't get the shot off. They try to tip it to the near side. Salem deflected it away. And now Classical goes down and knocks it out. Knocked out by Sarmento. And knocked out again, this time by Morales. Then they're saying he knocked it off Rosa. Classical got the throw in. Classical trying to keep it alive. It just rolled out before they could knock it to the middle. We'll get the kick after we get a substitution. They don't go deep. They just kick it to the sideline. Now Salem kicks it deep, and they knock it out. And Salem knocks it out. Pressure put on by Macario Coronado forced the ball to go out. And he knocked it off Salem into the Salem bench area. So the throw-in goes a little bit deeper. Also done a nice job moving the ball, passing the ball, getting a few shots off. They just haven't been able to really get anything. Had a couple of real nice saves by Kapoglis. And they couldn't line up that shot. Now they walk in and they drill it, and Kapoglis made the save. That was Gomez Godinez. He was looking to get the first shot. He couldn't control it because the ball bounced too high. And he knocked it in the net. They took it away, drilled it, and it just hooked inside the near post. Kapoglis made a great save before that, and then turning it around, That was Gabriel Sarmento ripping it, and it just slightly had enough hook just to break inside the near post and get in the back of the net. Prior to that, it was Gomez Godinez who, the initial pass, couldn't line the ball up to get a quick shot, but he got by the defense, drilled it. Kapoglis made the great save, but then Klasko took it away. I'm looking to make sure I got the right number. It's either 9 or 8. Klasko breaks it up. I'm pretty sure it was Gabriel Sarmento, but we'll make sure. So all that pressure by Klasko, the great passing, keeping the ball in the Salem end for the most part, it finally pays off. Klasko again, tipping it again, getting to the loose ball. Klasko right back in the Salem end. Morales trying to get the shot off, chips it to the far side. Try to center it, tipped away by Salem. Knocked upfield, Tyler Duggan gets a head on it. Klasko coming right back from long range. They let it fly. Another great save by Kapoglis. That was ticketed for the near post. That was Morales. And Kapoglis had a dive and get a finger on it and knocked it loose. And with just under 5 minutes left in this first half, Klasko leading 1-0, we're going to get a timeout down the field. Out of the timeout, Klasko has certainly had the advantage, and they have the advantage on the board, 1-0. It could have been a lot more, although Salem, that one little couple of minutes where they had alternating back and forth corner kicks, right side, left side, far side, near side, they almost put it in, and then on a semi-breakaway, it was Zertani getting a good shot on net, and Diaz made his one save. A couple of those corner kicks just missed for Salem, but Klasko's been all over the Salem net. But the shots have come from long range, but Kapoglis has had to make a couple of really terrific saves. Morales especially had 2 opportunities. And it was finally Gabriel Sarmento who took it away from a defender and just one time, I think he caught Kapoglis at a disadvantage. I think Kapoglis thought his defender was going to clear it away, and Sarmento hit a rifle shot that hooked just enough to get inside the near post. And Klaus was going to get called for contact, trying to look for that high pop-up that was dropping down. It goes out into the Salem bench area, off Klasko. Moreno Jr., as we mentioned, coach of Klasko. Got the bragging rights at the supper table with his father, beating him for the second year in the city tournament. Now he's looking to go 3-0 on the season with a 1-0 lead over Salem with this first half winding down. Salem has not had it in the Klasko end to any length of time. Klasko has passed it well, controlled it, kept it in the Salem end. And Duggan is going to get called. He was just going for the ball, and he ran right into Sertani, and he gets called for the takedown. And Skylar Clausen, who's one of the Salem captains, will kick it away. Klaskell got a head on it, tipped away. Klaskell knocks it loose. Klaskell gets it, and they're right back in the Salem end. Final 2 minutes and counting of this half. Tip it ahead. Knocked down, trying to tip it ahead again. Salem breaks it up. Klaskell, they've been getting to all the loose balls and taking it away. And now Klaskell gets taken down. He got Eamon wrapped up Al Shabawi and took him down, and Klaskell will get the free kick from inside the 20-yard line. Ixlaj Tello will take the kick. Salem's not setting up a picket fence like everybody does. They're just falling back. They kick it across, looking for the kick. It got blocked. They try to line up Morales for the kick. He got it, but then the kick got blocked. So they didn't kick it to the net. They tried to set up a kick for Morales out around the 15-yard line. And he never got the kick off, or didn't get it to the net. I'm trying to knock it deep. Haskell takes it away again. And they blow the whistle, and that's going to be halftime. So the difference, Klaskell, territorial-wise, dominated the first half. Diaz made one big save. There were a couple of close encounters on those 4 corner kicks. Kapoglis for Salem had to make quite a few, a couple on Morales. And then that one takeaway by Sarmento, drilled it just inside the near post, got it into the net, and that's the difference. And it's Link Classical 1, Salem nothing at halftime. We're underway in the second half. Classical leading it 1-0. And as it was in the first half, so shall it be in the second half. Classical in the Salem zone. They've had all kinds of scoring opportunities, but they've only put it away once. But so far, once is enough through the first half. Salem pushing it back. They don't go long range like they did before. Classical breaks it up. Salem gets a head on it. That almost bounced in. Chris Krajazi got a head on it. Actually, it was Nico Flores who got a head on it and tipped it toward the net. It took a huge bounce and almost went over Diaz's head. He had to go high in the air to pick that bounce off. Now they boot it back to Diaz. And he kicks it away. That would have been an auspicious start of the second half if that ball bounced over his head. He came out to get it almost a little too far. Laskell tips it ahead, trying to walk in, and it shot off the side of the net, but it wouldn't have counted anyway because they were offside. Laskell passed the ball well. They set up shots. They got a couple of real testers on Kapoglis, especially Morales. And it was finally Gabriel Sarmento who knocked it in the net. Laskell picks it off, it comes back, and Salem knocks it out. Glasgow will get the throw in. So this is the official start of the regular season. We had the start with the city term, as I mentioned before the game started. And now we've got league games underway. This is the Northeastern Conference. I talked to the coaches before the game. Steve Harris is the head coach for Salem. I told him it's almost like a homecoming for me to do a Salem game. Way back when I started 400 years ago, it was Warner Cable, not Verizon or Comcast. And we covered Lynn, Salem, and Swampscott. So I did an awful lot of Salem games back in those days. They went to a Super Bowl. They had girls and boys basketball team went to the Garden every year. The baseball team won a couple of state championships. They had Juden and Mike Giardi and Mr. Angioramo, who now works at St. Mary's after being the principal at Salem High School. So when Salem comes here, or if I happen to go to Bertram Field for a game, it's like a homecoming. I got to know a lot of people in Salem. Made a lot of good friends in Salem. Did a lot of great games for Salem, as I've done for the Lynn schools as well. Glasgow with the throw in down deep. Marquin Soto will take it. Glasgow right back at it, tipping it, keeping it alive. Ixlax Tello snuck in and took the ball away. They take it to the middle, pass behind Morales. And they have to start over again. Down the far side, using that speed, trying to throw it out in front. Knocked down, but they can't get the shot off. Now it's loose. They get the shot off and tipped it wide. Alvarez got a foot on it, reaching for it, and just tipped it wide. Got the left foot on it. And Glasgow has been beating Salem to the loose balls, and Salem's a couple of the players a little bit bigger than Glasgow, but Glasgow's banging away and out tougher them. Yep. He almost gave that one away. Glasgow back checks, knocks it away. Back checks, takes it away again. They get it to the near side. Lead pass, walking in, big time save, and that got loose, but defense knocks it away. Shot goes wide. Great passing by Glasgow. Robles Sandoval with a very nice pass, sent Gomez Godinez in. Point blank, Kapaglis just came in and smothered the ball. Glasgow takes the shot. Kapaglis again has to make the diving save off the shot by Sandoval. That was ticketed to the far post. And after he made that save on Godinez, he dropped it and it rolled in front of the net, and the defender had to come over and knock it away. The defender was either Rosa or Clausen. Became the goaltender when the ball got by Kapaglis. Glasgow's really coming out strong here in the second half, and they're right back at it. Tipping it ahead. They would have had numbers 3-on-2 with a pass just slightly behind Alvarez. They get it across to the near side. They get around the defense, trying to walk in. Couldn't get a lot on the shot. Nice try by Sandoval. He was getting bumped a little bit by the defense, and he just got a little light shot off, and Kapoglis made the save. Defense that time was Crafts. They pop it up in front. Sandoval was there. He collided a little bit with the goaltender, went down. He got a piece of it and tipped it wide. He came flying in. Looked like Kapoglis was going to catch the ball. Sandoval came flying in and contested it and got a little piece of it and knocked it out. Wound up going down, colliding with the goaltender. And out, Sandoval takes it away. They get it in the middle. Shot goes wide off the foot of Godinez. It's a shooting gallery out there for Classical. They've totally dominated the first almost 9 minutes of the second half. Kapoglis will kick it away. He gives it to Clausen to kick upfield. Skips past. Classical takes it away. And Classical knocked it out. It went out off Alvarez. They were going to bring it right back on the Salem end. Except for that one play when Fiore's tipped it to the net and took that high bounce, and Diaz got up high enough to pick it off over his head. Salem hasn't been in the Classical end until right now. And they give it away into the Salem bench area. Classical getting everybody involved. Trying to go down the far side. A couple of nice shifts. Tried to tip in the middle. Clausen saw the pass coming and stepped in front of it. Knocked out by Classical. Classical takes it away. Out off Salem. Knocked out by Classical. They're just not letting Salem get started at all. Early on, Salem was looking to kick those long lead passes, looking to send somebody in on breakaway. They did it once with Zerkanti, or Zertani. They couldn't do it again. Classical breaks it up, knocks it away, takes it away. And here they come again. They knock it deep, a little too far. They were trying to get Godinez. He was out in front. A little too much mustard on the pass. It went to Kapoglis. Haskell picks off the pass. Popped up. They knock it deep, knocked it too deep. It goes out off Marek Soto. Duggan reads the pass, steps in, knocks it away, and knocks it into the classical bench area. Classical knocks it into the Salem bench area. This is as deep as Salem has been. They've been here twice. Both times Classical took it away. Now they take it away again. Try to knock it deep. Clausen makes the nice defensive play, blocking it. They had Sandoval on one side, Melmonji on the far side. Good hustle by Sandoval, kept it in. Sandoval gets it back. Clausen, another with a nice defensive play, breaks it up. Duggan gets a head on it, knocks it back. This is Morales. They knock it deep. Sandoval collects. Broken up nicely by Crafts. Morales gets it back. And he tried to knock it ahead. They knocked it out off Marek Soto. Substitutions for Salem, and then we'll get it back in play. Rowley with the throw-in. Bounces up. Salem looking for a break. Still in control. Broken up and just sliding and getting a piece. Just knocking it away. Tucker was just going to line up a shot, and Camarinos for Classical wrapped the foot around and knocked it out of play. That was the deepest Salem has been in a long time. And Classical takes it away and carries it back upfield. Great hustle by Sandoval. Still with it. Gets around the defense, gets grabbed and pulled down. That was awful close to being in the penalty box area. The free kick is going to come from a little bit of a tough angle just inside the end zone. But before that, with just under 25 minutes left in the game, Classical leading at 1-0, we're going to timeout down the field. But Sandoval taken down is just inside the goal line, and he drills it off the defender. Walks around, takes the shot, put it right in the middle of the net, and put it right in the breadbasket of Kapoglis, the goaltender. Another scoring opportunity for the Rams. And how they take it away again. It's been all Classical here in the second half. They knock it deep. They knocked it too deep. Salem will get to kick it away. This is one of those games where Classical dominates, and then one little misstep could wind up with a goal and tie it at 1, or a goal that make it 2-1, and you'd be talking to yourself. Classical's going to let it go out of play. Diaz will kick it away. They get upfield to Sandoval. Nice little fake. Knocks it deep. Here comes LCHS trying to center it. Clausen blocked it. It got out in front, and he knocked it wide left. And he knocked it wide left because it got deflected. LCHS knocked it out in front to Sarmento, who's got the one goal. And I think it was Clausen that got back and just got a piece of it. Otherwise, it would be 2-0. Another scoring opportunity for Classical. It skips past everybody. They just keep it in on the far side. Duggan with it. Classical right back at it. And we got Salem taking Classical down. Classical will get a free kick. They knock it to the net. They run over the goaltender. He got run over. He's down. A Classical player's down. They kick. I think it was Camarinos that kicked it right to the net. Everybody went up. Classical trying to head it. Thank God Kapoglis is getting up. Everybody's getting up. We're happy to see that. It was a collision right in front of the net. Kapoglis was trying to catch it. Classical was trying to get a body or a head on it. Knock it in the net. All they did was the two Classical kids and the Salem goaltender all came together at the same time. Nobody touched the ball. It went out of bounds. It's going to be a kick away from Salem. They're taking Kapoglis to the sideline. They told me if there's a backup goaltender, it would be Jake Fritz. And I see him putting on an orange shirt now, so we're going to have a different goaltender, at least for the time being. So this is Jake Fritz, the backup. And Fritz, his first job is to kick it away. And let's hope Kapoglis is going to be okay. He walked under his own steam. He's being looked at. I think he's getting ready to come back in. And now we're going to do it again, redo the kick. He don't kick it away, kicks it to Clausen, and Clausen looking to kick it away. They chipped at it, left it in front. Salem got a break there. Ferrara just trying to kick it upfield, missed it completely. Classical with a nice play, sliding and taking away was Godinez. I have to say Fernando Gomez Godinez because there's two of them. Yeah, they call Classical offside. Fritz will kick it away, and Kapoglis is getting set to come back in the game when they allow the substitution, so good to see he's okay. And I sound like a broken record, but Classical's right back at it. Shot, they knocked it off Clausen. And coming in and knocking it away was Luke Mock. I guess it's not like basketball. There is a dead ball with the ball being out of play, but they still don't let the subs in. So there's only a certain time that they allow the subs in. Clausen kicks it away. Right to Classical. They tip it to Morales. Down the near side. Skip by one, skip by another. Salem try to clear it. Tello kept it alive. He gets the shot on net. Fritz makes his save. So he's not in the game long and he has to make a save. Yeah, here comes Classical again. Salem just can't get it out of their own end. Great hustle by Camarinos. He made a couple of nice shifts. Kept it in the zone. Now he hustles back, knocks it loose. Duggan winds up with it. And it goes out off Classical. Now we'll get the subs and Kapoglis can come back in the net. Fritz did his job. He made a save while he was in there. As we're past the halfway mark of the second half, Classical still holding on to that skinny one-goal lead. Classical knocked it out away from Flores. And Classical knocked it out again. Flores controlling. Classical blocks it and knocks it out. Off a Salem head, out of play behind the net. They just can't get any consistent offense going at all. They've been back on their heels virtually the whole game. Diaz will kick it away. And instead of kicking the ball, Sandoval stepped on it, got knocked down. And here's Camarinos again making another nice defensive play. Sliding and knocking out was Troplini. Classical will take the throw in. Tello. Looking to get around the defense, trying to walk in. Takes the shot, put it right on net. Kapoglis got a good look at it, able to make the catch. Now it bounces high and deep in the Classical end. And Caraminos takes it away and clears it away. And they hit it off a Salem player and hit the Salem player in the hand, I thought, but they just keep playing it. They try to knock it deep. Clausen got a piece of that pass. Nice little shift by Sandoval. Takes the shot. Didn't miss by much. He targeted that for the top corner in the far side, and it just sailed over that top corner. It didn't miss by much on that shot. And we've got 15 minutes and counting left in this one, with Classical leading it 1-0. That one is booted. Way out of play. Down deep. Glasgow gets around. Trying to center it. They still have it. Salem finally knocks it loose. All around the front of the net. Nobody could get a foot on it to get a shot off. Salem finally got a foot on it and cleared it away. Off a couple of heads. Salem trying to tip it deep. Nice little overhead kick by Duggan. And here comes Glasgow. They've got numbers. Shot from long range. Kapoglis makes the save. He's got a bunch of saves in this game. And he kicks it very deep. Caraminos deflects it back. Here's Duggan again, hustling back. He's played well on that back line. Caraminos, Duggan, Kyle Chia, Mariquin Soto, Gomez Godinez taking turns on that back line, playing well. He almost gave that one away. Deep to the near side, hustling, getting around the defense, getting around again. And they couldn't get around Clausen. He made a nice little tap, pick, knocked it away. And we got a Glasgow player down. I don't know what happened there. Glasgow player is down behind the play. Salem player is down upfield. Official blew the whistle. We'll have to wait until they sort this out. So after they sort it all out, it was the Glasgow player getting knocked down. Glasgow's going to get a free kick. The injury to the Salem player he kind of favored, I don't know if it was his right or left foot as he was taken out, hobbling out, hope he's going to be okay. But when they come back to play, it's Glasgow getting a free kick from right around the 16, 17-yard line. Straight on. They boot it. Kapoglis had to make the save. Glasgow keeps it alive. Salem takes it away. Salem sees Glasgow take it away. Shot. Kapoglis again with the save. Kapoglis has kept Salem in it. Without Kapoglis, it's like 5 or 6 to nothing. Glasgow just totally dominating, but they only have the one goal. Deflected. Glasgow with it. They try to get in the middle to Morales behind him, but deflected away by Mark right to Glasgow. Now they knock it down. Cemento was trying to line it up, and it was Clausen again making a nice defensive play for Salem. Glasgow takes it away. And they take it away again. And now Glasgow gets taken down. Good hard work by the Rams, and then maybe a little frustration from Salem as they took them down. Zertani just wrapped around and took them down. So the free kick from just inside, about the 8-yard line, from a tough angle. They get it to the net. I think they called Glasgow offside. It deflected right onto the foot of Sandoval. He didn't get a hard shot off. Kapoglis made the save anyway, but they called it offside. Glasgow breaks it up. breaks it up again. Salem gets it back. They knock it deep. Duggan stepped in front of the Salem players, so he couldn't get to it. Diaz wound up with it. And here comes Klasko. Send the ball to the middle. Centering from long range. Gomez Godinez got all of that one. He got under that one and drilled that high and deep and into another time zone. Way out behind the net, out of play. As we got 10 minutes and counting left in this one. Still 1-0 Glasgow. And if you look at this game from start to finish, you'll say, how is it only 1-0? With all the chances Glasgow has had, and all the territorial advantage they've had, Salem getting virtually nothing at Diaz. He had to make one save early. And a couple of deflections on those 4 straight corner kicks for Salem. Other than that, the only play was a long kick by Flores into the classical end that took a very big bounce and almost bounced over the head of Diaz. He just got a piece of it going high and collecting the bounce. Also trying to knock it away. They knock it out in front. Lining up a shot, they take it, and again, they knock it over the net and out of play. Gomez Godinez with another opportunity, and again, a little too much foot, knocking it out of play. Salem knocks it out. Mark took it away. Salem coming back. Glasgow gets a foot on it, breaks it up. They knock it deep. Salem trying to get there. They get there, keeping it alive, but Glasgow takes it away and knocks it away. Mark keeps it in. Glasgow knocks it away, and Glasgow's bringing it back. So it doesn't stay very long. In the Salem end, they knock it deep. Trying to get around the defense. Good defense by Crafts. He wouldn't let Prado Nalmonji get around him for a shot. Glasgow's about 6 minutes away from going 3-0 on the early season. They knock it deep. Alvarez tracking it down. Back to Duggan. Taken away by Zertani. A little too much one-on-one by Flores. Glasgow going to get it, and Glasgow went down, but they're calling Glasgow for the takedown or the contact, and Salem will get the free kick. And before we do that, We've got 5:29 left in the game. Classical holding on to that slim 1-0 lead that they had at the end of the first half. 5:29 left in the game. Classical 1-0. We got a timeout down the field. Back in play, Salem talking about they got to find some way, but they can't do it that way. They can't knock Classical down. Classical get a free kick. They go very quickly. When you watch this game, didn't take the shot there that they could have. When you watch this game, both coaches will be wondering, how is this ever a 1-0 game? Salem has got to be ecstatic that they're still in it. They still have a shot with just under 5 minutes left to score a goal and maybe salvage a tie. And they would go out and buy lottery tickets if they could get a goal and salvage a tie. And now they're not going to get a tie because Classical just knocked the ball in the net. All that pressure just paid off, and that is going to make Coach Moreno feel pretty good. Very quickly go over to that bench and ask the question who got the goal. Okay. But do it very quickly because time's winding down.
Yeah, I should go the other side. Then I'll pop on the phone.
You turn your head, the ball is in the net, and then when you look and say, I lined him up, I know who got it, I can see. As soon as he turns, I'll get his number. And then 10 other players surround him. And here comes Classical again, out in front, walking in. Couldn't get enough on the shot. They got bumped as they were lining up the shot. They had a great opportunity. And just as they were lining up the shot, a bump, and it just got a little touch that rolled in on Kapoglis, and he made the save. Great rush again. And that was Morales who had the opportunity. From long range, Kapoglis makes the save, and they missed it. Kapoglis made the save. He went down, left the net wide open. Melmonji was there, and he sliced it left and missed the net. He can't believe it. He bounced it off mark. It goes out of play. Out in front, shot, just missed. That just missed the near post. That looked like it was going in off the foot of Ixtlas-Tello. And here comes Classical again. It deflected out in front. It's loose, and they knock it home. That's Morales. It got deflected out in front. It wound up on the foot of Brian Morales, and he knocked it home. And it's now a 3-0 game. all that pressure finally paying off for the Rams as they finally knock it past Kapoglis. They've had it, Salem, end virtually 90% of the game. Salem hasn't got too many shots on net. Early on, they had a shot by Zertani. Diaz made a nice save. Then they had 4 straight corner kicks, one after the other, right, left, right, left. Shot goes wide off the foot of Gomez Cardenas, who's had a lot of shots all day. The corner kicks, awful close, almost just couldn't knock it in. After that, that was early in the game. After that, in the second half, a long kick by Flores bounced. A long kick by Flores took a big hop and almost bounced over the head of the goaltender Diaz, but he went high in the air to make the save. Since then, Salem has virtually just sat back on their heels and watched Classical knock it deep in their end. Now we got another break. Classical's trying to beat the defense, walking in, and they knock it home. Long lead pass to Prado Malmongi. And they're going to look at this and say Classical kind of easily got by Salem 4-0. And they've got 3 of their goals almost virtually in the last 2 minutes. Joe, we asked the bench 9. Now it's just run out the clock. As I say, wind up the clock. I thought they blew the whistle right there, but they didn't. Isaiah Diaz on the verge of getting his first shutout. The young freshman has played very well. Gave up 1 goal, made a terrific save in the shootout against Lynn English. Helped Classical win that game in a shootout. He got a shutout against St. Mary's in the first game. He got a shutout in the second game against Lynn Tech, and he gets his 3rd straight shutout as he gets a shutout here now. So he wasn't involved in the shootout. I forgot that's the other part of the Moreno family. But Moreno Jr., the coach of Classical's got his kids playing well. They're now 3-0, and it was a total domination by Classical. But in the first half, Gabriel Sarmento, after a couple of almost, he took it away from the defender, rifled the shot, and just got enough of a hook on it to get it inside the near post, beat the goaltender. It was 1-0 at halftime. It stayed that way. Under 3 minutes left, Salem had an opportunity. Classical just wouldn't let them out of their own end. They kept the ball in the Salem end virtually the entire second half. And finally, it was Sarmento getting his 2nd goal to give Classical a little bit of breathing room. And then in the final 2 minutes, it was Brian Morales, and Diogo Prado Malmongi getting 2 goals in the last 2 minutes to stretch it to 4-0. It looks like an easy win for Classical, but it was anything but. They totally dominated, but they couldn't get the ball in the net except for that goal in the first half. Then they finally got it going in the last couple of minutes, and they win it going away 4-0 to go 3-0 on the early season. Salem will drop to 0-2. So leading the way, Gabriel Samonte gets 2. Brian Morales gets a goal. Diogo Prado Malmongi gets a goal. And Isaiah Diaz, the young goaltender, gets his 3rd straight shutout. And Classical wins it to go 3-0, 4-0 over Salem. Their first win in the Northeastern Conference. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.